The ruling class bloodlines and the 21 seats. Introduction. This is the 14th of 19 videos that tells the story of the ruling class bloodlines, the 21 seats, and the two possible timelines that lie ahead of us. One of these timelines will erase the other, based on the decisions that humanity makes over the next 2 generations. Part 14. What will happen if this emergent awakened network reaches critical mass, while a portion of the loyalist bloodlines still attempt to hold the Mardukian system together? The record of the final struggle between the awakened network and the loyalist bloodlines. 1. The moment of critical mass. Critical mass will occur when roughly 1/3 of the remaining influential bloodline descendants are actively working, knowingly or unknowingly, against the Mardukian control framework. At this point, the energetic coherence of the awakened network will be strong enough to counterbalance the loyalists' influence without direct confrontation. The shift will register first in the subtle field before becoming visible in political, economic, and cultural arenas. 2. Loyalist response patterns. A. Escalation of control mechanisms. Loyalist factions will attempt to tighten resource control, enforce stricter hierarchical loyalty, and accelerate centralization efforts, often under the pretext of global crises. Expect an increase in symbolic displays, ceremonies, and public narratives meant to reinforce the legitimacy of the old order. B. Divide and discredit campaigns. They will attempt to pit awakened descendants against each other by exploiting ideological differences or personal vulnerabilities. They will also work to publicly discredit those whose awakening becomes too visible, using scandal, economic sabotage, or legal pressure. C. Energetic interference. Increased use of dream disruption, psychic interference, and ritual inversion aimed at destabilizing key awakened individuals. These methods will be less effective over time, as more awakened participants learn conscious shielding and energetic sovereignty techniques. 3. Awakened network counterdynamics. A. Distributed action. The awakened network's strength lies in decentralization. No single leader or group can be targeted to collapse the whole. When one node is pressured, others naturally adjust to maintain momentum. B. Symbolic reclamation. Symbols the loyalists try to amplify will be publicly reframed to carry meanings of freedom, unity, or truth, thereby draining their control charge. C. Infiltration by resonance. Some awakened descendants remain inside loyalist structures, using their positions to subtly redirect decisions, resources, and alliances toward liberation-focused outcomes. 4. The tipping event. The final struggle will not be a single battle, but a cascade of public realizations that make the old framework appear obsolete and untrustworthy. Once enough people recognize that apex authority is neither necessary nor beneficial, the loyalists will find themselves ruling over structures that no longer command obedience. The collapse will be cultural first, then structural, and only afterward economic and political. 5. Possible loyalist fates. Assimilation. Some loyalist families will choose to integrate into the awakened network, releasing their binding oaths and repurposing their resources. Isolation. Others will retreat into small, insular enclaves, attempting to preserve the old ways in miniature, but without planetary influence. Dissolution. A few will experience complete loss of influence through exposure of their history, loss of assets, or the breaking of their remaining energetic contracts. The post-Mardukian era. Once the loyalist structure fully dissolves, Earth's governance will enter a phase of experimentation. Multiple models will emerge, none universally dominant. The awakened network will likely dissolve into the broader population, having served its purpose of transition. Some off-world patrons aligned with the awakened descendants will assist in ensuring stability during this shift, though not through direct rule. End of Part 14.